falder ind i jordskudskaber af sig. De nogen gab, Niflheim, Muspelheim, Bild, Is, Tropper falder ind i jordskudskaber af sig. De nogen gab, Niflheim, Muspelheim, Bild, Is, Tropper falder ind i jordskudskaber af sig.
Please, state your business. Do you keep...
good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? Huh? Ah, so, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to... Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink. And wait, in the meantime, I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? You do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you... Fantastic. So, on a recent night out of Bronx, it seems I may have left some documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure... Splendid. Or just find...
No need for that, is there? I'm done with...
Who are you? In my... It was easier to A problem? No. No problem, just rambling to myself. You asking me? They came here and made themselves at home. I don't know. But you could put something on a table. Thank you. We used to come here, three of us. Me, Berg, and Fedley. But lately, something's... Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him. I feel bad for him. Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg, you...
No, I don't... But that means... No. Impossible! What if... Holy... I've no idea how you found out about it. Siji. He's dead. Take him... Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though things are getting weirder and weirder. Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Siji was a friend worth. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner.
No problem. Listen, if...
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a stick up his ass. Only knows how to follow orders like a good little soldier. He's so uptight, he probably agrees with the captain. Thinks it's all necessary precautions and the like.
Now, speaking of precautions, what's all this talk I'm hearing about the weirdness creeping in? People are getting jumpy.
Ah, the weirdness. Got folks scared, all right. Used to be old stories to spook the young.
Guess he's got nobody else to get pissed with. Finley never liked drinking alone with him. And? What? That's all? You're bothering me just...
He told that tale about the tunnels more times than I can. To him, those old friends of his were... Sometimes I think that if that... It's no secret. So you're,
watch where you... Gotta admit, though, it does look...
Watch the... Your feet! And my... I swear, your nosiness... I have and you. I'm... always... It's safe. And when the weirdness comes... I let Rark in. He doesn't talk. My hoe in you. No. You need to...
Stay quiet. Stay safe. Bloody seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! Just a keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. I'm fixated. Me! So I yelled what I think about them, shaking my... I tell you, they're laughing. Sure. If you haven't noticed yet, everything here... I once managed to shoot a few. I thought... And guess what they did? I need to try it. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in... Thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy. There is one guy in the museum. Riderick. He's supposed...
Were you at the... Yeah. Victory over health. Yeah. Sleep, damn it, is the worst. No sleeping, no. The service is eternal. Where would we be if I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day. Sometimes 20. Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep. But I'm not gonna lie. That potion from Eber offers it. You could stand on the walls all day and night. What? Listen, pal, I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was and then Yen put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigor. Good shows what you know. Once more, call to this...
I should stay out of trouble. back! Hi! See you next time! So the bitch understood the meaning, yes? I'm glad. Congratulations. Those vagrants should know that since they live on our dime, they also live by our mercy. It's necessary. And I don't have to explain myself to you. The refugees are a tumour on the... Don't forget who you're... You're back! You're back! I told you, Ron is a good guy. And... Yes? You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh. I understand. For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter. Well, it is what it is. And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. But why are you talking to me? Anyway, may the All-Mother bless your path. See you next time. Oh, yes. Great place, great people. Here, you can all... Sure, you can make more gold as... Not exactly. You've already been to Ron's tavern, but since we're mates now, I suppose a few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but the winnings aren't much here. Just... Ooh, a cunning butt. Go on then.
Seawall. He was the first to set foot on Avalon, not me. He decided that if anything were to attack us in this strange land, he would shield me and take the first blow himself. I remember loyalty. A fierce, unwavering loyalty. To me and to Avalon. He must have been someone I trusted deeply. Perhaps as we move forward. For now, I only hope his loyalty will...
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four-Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
He was the fire that forged order from chaos. He was the hand that lifted kingdoms, the will that carved a path through darkness. He was the fire that forged order from chaos. He was the hand that lifted kingdoms.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then. We were on the brink of losing the war. And wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, and their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. to Justified? No. Justification is for those who have the luxury of doubt. And I had a kingdom to save. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the battlefield. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved us all. Could have ended the war before more blood was spilled. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe their real stories were erased from history. Call it cruelty. Call it madness. But if I'd done nothing, there would be no Avalon left to argue over. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. I did, but this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving face. It was about survival. The truth about all this would have broken my people. I couldn't allow that. And a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone. I told him to stop the experiments on our men. He started experimenting on the Four-Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them. So he figured out how to twist the Four-Dwellers' power into something. I told him to conquer the weirdness. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised. And the kingdom stood safe. That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the and I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life. And now, after all these years, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
Got that look again. Like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Ah, Merlin and his obsession. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawn, used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a... Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense. Even if he didn't, He should have. He was desperate to win. And desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on the... You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up. That's what I do. What I've always done. The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos, all of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do. You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this, once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you, or just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for... You cannot kill me. And I don't want to kill... But if you want to fight me now, I'll grant your wish. That's the least I can do. Impressive hit. But it'll take more to defeat me. It'll take more to defeat me. Impressive hit. But it'll take more to defeat me. All right, that's enough. This changes absolutely nothing, but I hope you at least feel better. If you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The Menhir there is failing. The weirdness is you will need to find another artifact. The shield that was given to Palamedes. He was one of the king's finest. A voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield. And then, well, we will meet again.
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway. We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow, wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back. It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them.
I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest. But it used to be the case that a significant part, so the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way. Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of hair. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded...
Eyes forward and mind your step. Just keep your head down. There you are, finally. You... A mask? Ah, whatever, sod it. Now they'll get what's coming to them, damn rascals. You can go. You're right, but don't think, even for a moment, that the struggle is over. We need more. Are you ready for the next step in our fight again? That's the spirit! Look, I've got the perfect seagull trap design right here. You just need to make a few and set them up in some strategic spots, like this one. And those flying pests will surely get caught. We need to work. Go on then.
You? I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken. It's a good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd have shoved my cleave. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let in a... They say they're running from the weirdness. So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and grit. Well, an adventure. I'm good for now. But if you find something, and as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my... Oh, this is new. Ah, Owen. Yes, he's my best friend. We don't... Heck no. You should have seen Owen 20 years ago. He was sharp as a pin. If you wanted something, you went... Politics. Then there was another one. And when it was finally Brandon's turn, it's funny, isn't it? First captain who doesn't mind introducing new ideas. So now he just put... Oh, you're... What do you think they serve on the coast? The same damn thing as here. And the... Hell no. If someone's still...
looking for trouble.
Stay safe. And? No, he doesn't. He knows better than that. Ah, look, if I get here, take some seeds, find a free plot and grow. Besides, I'm a bit curious to see what... The less attention, the better. Everything will be just fine.
Absolutely. I've longed to leave these four walls. Oh, I am terribly curious about where you have chosen to take. Let's depart. Ah, this is quite an endearing spot, albeit rather windy. And the decor leaves much. I must confess that ghastly statue had entirely escaped my memory until now. Now, what shall we talk about? You know almost everything there is to know about me, and yet I hard. Tell me, have you always been a merc? Oh, that is fascinating. I've never met anyone with a talent for the arts. But tell me. Oh, I wasn't aware there were different kinds. I'm familiar with the priestesses and their healing arts, though I was led to believe these gifts were divine endowments. It was perhaps a touch naive, yet rather... Well, not overly, though I was raised with faith. Some of my peers, without any promising marriage prospects, were candidates for the temple as well. My mother used to threaten to send me there too. Can you fathom me draped? But I digress. We're here to delve into your enchanting narrative, not mine. Shall we then propose a toast? To you and your clandestine magic. Now, I must admit, I've been positively aching with anticipation to Your life appears so fabulous. So, do tell me, what's the most exciting thing that has Oh, you flatterer. That's rather obvious, isn't it? No. Tell me about... Have you encountered any other captive... Oh, no. Don't tell me that ridiculous little legend the locals and... I do adore a bit of folklore, but to actually believe it, unthinkable. Oh, you poor thing, that's terrible. Oh, and here I was doubting you. How dreadfully rude of me. Although, I suspect there's far more to this strange marine excursion than... Don't be coy, darling. You should know by now that I rarely do anything for which I have no patience or desire. Besides, the evenings here are indeed rather slow. So, the prospect of your delightful company to enlighten... Now, I've had a lovely time, but it's getting late, and I'd rather not be caught by night. I do hope we can do this again sometime. You've arrived. Marvelous. I must confess, today I have crafted something quite special just for you. What? No, of course not. Perish the... Yes, I've grown rather fond of you. And I am not averse to the idea of exploring a more intimate connection. Well, I used to think living among the unwashed masses in the wilderness was beneath me. Yet here we are. I'm not sure if what I feel for you is love, but this time I'm not opposed to explore. Then I'm relieved to hear that. Well, if you'll pardon my boldness, I would not be opposed to a kiss. And then, perhaps we could see where the evening... Darling, I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed your company. I do hope you don't have to rush off just yet. Do you... How marvelous! In fact, I've been meaning to suggest something. This mansion is rather grand for just one person. I don't know if you already have suitable... Oh, darling, you know I never do anything I'm not absolutely certain about, especially when it's my own idea. And let me assure you, I moved in with Duncan without knowing him at all. So sharing my home with someone I... Oh, think nothing of it. I'd simply love to have you around more. And together we could make this place... The interior is charming enough. But yes, the view is divine and the beach is pleasant. But we can't very well... Oh, and imagine a garden. It would be so lovely to have friends. No need to worry, my dearest. I've already drawn up a list of all the... Oh, and it's going to be simply magnificent. Is there anything more romantic than a proper garden? Imagine the blossoms in spring, the scent of fresh herbs wafting through the air. It's time for me to sink my fingers into the fresh soil and bring forth the fruits of my own labor. It can't be too hard, can it? If the peasants can manage it. The pond is certainly a choice. Well, to be honest, I'm rather used to more ornamental pieces. But this is... I only hope nothing lays eggs in there. Ugh. Darling, the workshop is simply magnificent. My sanctuary, a place where inspiration can flourish, unburdened by clutter and inconvenience. Oh, just imagine the gowns. I hope you're prepared, dearest, because soon everyone will be clamoring for even the smallest... Darling, I must admit, the work... And while I may have exuded cheer and enthusiasm, deep down I wasn't particularly excited. But now, I suppose, it's grown on me. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to have... A visit from you always lifts my spirits. And since I do so enjoy spoiling you, take this.
Who's there? The living don't come around here without a good reason. What do you want? To bring me peace? The quiet I so long for? Ask for a blessing from the shrine? You don't want to do that. It never ends well. I'm haunting the shrine, against my will. Wait. I can see you've met Berg. I can see the threads that connect you. I'm Kendall. Or I used to be. Hard to tell if I still am. Or only used to be. Maybe I usually am. I don't know. I'm too stupid for this. I once thought ghosts and wraiths must be wise, but that wasn't what you asked me. I don't remember much. I was a keeper, a lance corporal. They killed me on the spot. It was right here, exactly in this spot. And from that my place is there. I remember Berg. The others are a blur. I know we had a strong bond. We knew each other for years. I need to finish my service. I need to rest somewhere more appropriate. Take my remains. Find Berg.
Bloody hell. Not another ghost. Leave me alone. I swear if you don't leave me alone... I've no idea why you care, but... Fine. Just don't think I've gone crazy. I'm telling the honest... It started a while ago. I went home to sleep because we'd had a bit too much to drink. I got into bed. I couldn't fall asleep for a long time. And the moment I started drifting away, I heard... I knew that voice. Just couldn't place it. But then I saw... It was Kendall. Now, I know how it sounds. But there he stood, alive, but I thought I was going to keel over. But I didn't. And now it just keeps going. There used to be 4 of us, you know. Me, Tagden, Finley, and Kendall. But he died a long time ago. And in a group... When he became our commanding officer, we went on a mission together. We got ambushed by bandits. They slit Ken, had loads of fun doing it. Afterwards, they let us go. Probably thought we'd croak somewhere on the road. Peace. He asked me to go to a shrine, get it. How should I know? I never used to... Take this away from me. Don't you know this kind of thing tends to bring bad luck? I don't want to see him. I went there one evening. Gods only know why. I could feel something. I've never been a godly man, you know. One time I visited a shrine. I dug around a bit looking for Kendall's At first, I thought it was a wild animal, or some weird beast. Thinking about it now, I guess that must have been Kendall. He was letting... All right, I went there, and Kendall didn't say a thing about a burial at sea. All he said was that he won't know peace until he takes me with him to the underworld. I may be old, but I don't want to go there yet. The idea terrifies me. Now I see what he's up to. He's using you to remind me of his threat. It's because... he trusted me the most. And I was... When push came to shove, I blew it. Tagden was arguing for the bandits to only take Kendall, and I didn't make a peep. I still remember the way Kendall was looking at me when they were slitting his throat. I don't know. Tagden and Finley seemed fine, but I felt bone-crushing guilt ever since. Finley lost his tongue, Tagden his hand, and me. Now I'm an old hobbler missing a leg. We all have wounds to remind us of what happened until the day we die. Please.
Stay focused. That's all you'll regret this. This is going to hurt. Your money or your life? Your wealth is ours. Your gold belongs to us. You'll regret this!
friend he was. Got me real good. Tadgan and Finley also did their part. Tadgan goaded those bandits quite nicely, so they killed me, but not them. But Berg, he was the reason. Why should I stop haunting him? Out of pity? Nah, he just... I'm not entirely convinced that morality of mortals is something, maybe, just maybe, I'll need...
Remain vigilant.
Your wealth is ours.
We may be in for a fight!
I'll strike you down!
sustaining all life. Air around me, inspiring all life. Fire above me, infusing all life. Water within me, soothing all life. Bring deep peace to this sick.
You have no right to be here. Do you really think you can cleanse the great Cromlech with your filthy soul? Pathetic.
Who do you think you are? My soul will do just fine, arrogant wretch.
You'd know a thing or two about arrogance, wouldn't you, Dressed? I see you haven't changed one bit.
Knowing my name doesn't give you any right to claim familiarity with me.
Oh, I know more than just your name. After all, you once called me your little sprout. I was only a child when you left, but I remember you well. I remember the pain and sadness you caused. I even tried writing to you, begging you to come back, hoping it would make everything better. How stupid I was.
Iona, is it really you? The gods, what have you done to yourself?
Me? What have I done to myself? No, this is all your fault. And you shouldn't put any faith in this one, unless you want to be stabbed in the back. It's just what he does. He ruins things. My life, my mother's life, for whom we're all just a means to an end.
How on earth did you, of all people, escape the Child Conclave? Why did it have to be you, you worthless traitor?
No matter what you think of me, I will not apologize for surviving.
You bloody well should. He killed my mother. He used her, stole her knowledge, and then made her into a showpiece for him and his druid friends to gossip about. And as if that weren't enough, he brought the Red Priests to our home.
That's nonsense. I would never.
Nonsense? And how do you think they found us? The druids wanted nothing to do with my mother until you came along.
She was a Bandrui, one of the few women in history who completed the druidic rite of passage. But instead of being celebrated, she was vilified. The other druids detested her for merely existing. She led a very lonely life, until Drast came along. He was the first one to approach her as a fellow druid, curious about her achievement. Except that was also a damn...
It wasn't. I swear it wasn't. I just wanted...
Shut up! Stop lying! What difference does it make? My mother was special, and he was a nobody. The bastard pretended to love her, and then just left, discarded us both like we meant nothing. Mother was heartbroken, even more so when she found out that her beloved made a name for himself at her expense.
When the Red Priests came, she didn't even put up a fight.
I wanted to be like my mother, but I failed the ritual. I was too angry, too desperate, and too focused on getting revenge on my so-called stepfather. It quickly overwhelmed me. I ended up...
Foolish girl. Your mother was exceptional. Just because you're her daughter doesn't mean you could...
If only you were there so I could ask you. But you weren't, because you left us.
Sadly, it does. But then I managed to salvage some of my mother's work about the rite of passage. She believed that a failed ritual could be completed with a human sacrifice. A life for a life.
Don't do this, Iona. It will ruin you. Please, you can't let her. There must be something else that can be done.
Oh, you care now. Pathetic.
You can stop pretending, Dressed. We both know it's not me you're worried about.
The only person I want to take revenge on is standing right here. Once he's gone, I knew you'd understand. I hope you do too, Dressed. One life is the least you owe me. I feel odd, like I've lost something. When I was in the Cromlech, everything around me was... It did. See? I can heal you now. Just like my mother could. She had a gift for the healing. I hate to admit it, but it was Dressed who encouraged her to continue her studies. She hadn't been, well, before he showed up and No, of course not. He deserved it for taking advantage of my mother, for betraying our trust. It's just that... He did make her happy, at least for a little while. There was a time when I used to hope he'd come back one day. Did he even know what happened to my mother? What happened to me? Well... I'm not sure. I'll stay here for a while. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Still, I can't just leave him here to rot. He was important to my mother. To me too. It should be, but I'll make sure all the traces of darkness are gone. It wasn't just me, you know. The ground here was steeped in vile energies. They must have resonated with my anger when I tried to complete the rite. That might even be one of the reasons I'm glad to hear that. I promise I won't waste the chance you gave me.
sure about that.
I figured it out. The mistletoe. Oh, how could I have been so... They weren't laughing at me, do you see? They were telling me to embrace the part that I play in the world. The part that we all... Mistletoe was their sacred plant, right? We know it's a parasite, and in extreme situations can eat... Why would you... I finally got it. They realized that if everything goes well, it has minimal effect on the tree. Sometimes it's even able to give something back. Even better, it's evergreen, so birds can feed off it in winter. And even though it's poisonous to humans, druids were able to make medicine out of its fruits. Do you see? It's so obvious that it's no wonder the answer eluded us all. It's not about the mystical arts, the scrolls, or it's about observing nature, and we always take from something. Yes, it's about understanding our place in the world as parasites. The trick is, we need to learn to see it. Ah, this is my new quest. There goes another chance to join the guild. I really thought that scroll would be... Instead, it just caused a mess I couldn't even clean up myself. Anyway, what happened back there? Oh, now that's just fantastic. Another discovery slipped right... I guess I'm doomed to stay here, curing hangovers for the rest of my days. Ah, maybe I'll finally be... And there's still the mistletoe. I think it has a meaning, and I might be getting close... The Alchemists Guild, of course. Though it's more of a secret society than an actual guild. But who cares? Taranis is probably right. Apparently I don't challenge myself enough. And maybe they're not wrong. The thing is, the keep isn't always like this. We're not trapped inside these walls. Yes, you have to sacrifice things like having a family. But the other limitations, we create those ourselves. What I'm trying to say is that maybe I should accept the truth. I prefer staying inside these walls. I wish I could be more, but I also need to feel safe. Now that's... all right, fine. That's not entirely unfounded. Wait, you're telling me that you killed the legendary wraith he was so desperate to hunt down to prove his worth? Ha! And who's unfit for the guild now, Taranis? I apologize, that was uncalled for. As a healer, I shouldn't laugh at the misfortune of others. But I am only human. Congratulations, by the way. Whether you accepted it or not, it's an honor. One I'm only a tiny bit jealous of.
company.
Remain vigilant. Back to your hovel, coward!
See you around.
Nothing ever happens.
Careful. Legs snap easy. Mabin let you in? Well, this must be urgent then. So, you're after that snake, huh? I've been telling One Eye he's nothing but trouble. Sometimes. I hate... That man doesn't have a single honest bone in his body. He came here to make deals with us. And who knows? But I don't trust him. Once a traitor, always a traitor. No matter who he's turning his back. Still, I've sworn my loyalty to One Eye, and I'll stand by. Anyway, he's at the temple. And before you ask, no, you can't get in unless you're ready. I'm no sure yet. I'm no about to share our secrets with somebody that's only half committed. I've got a potion from Therov, made for my warriors. He claims his alchemy. The thing is, I don't fully trust his brews, so I need somebody else to test. Here. So. What the hell? Damn it, Therov. I don't know what you're trying to say. Come sit by the fire with me. It should wear off soon. Feeling better now? Exactly why I've always told Therov he's full of shit. He's chasing the impossible. I knew it wouldn't work, but at least the potion was... I wasn't expecting you to just go along with it. No Voker would accept a potion like that from an outside. No. I can see you're reckless, but I still don't know if I can trust you. Lucky for you, turns out. I need some help. One Eye wants to make nice with the keepers, though if you ask me, no level in their precious pile of rocks to the ground is nice enough already. But he says that's no enough. He's looking to make a gesture of goodwill. Show them we're not here to and he's put me in charge of picking out a gift to send to the Horns of the South. Camelot, of course. Who else is there? Acting like a damn plague in this island. Everything they touch turns to ash. It's a touch that rots and spreads, corroding everything from the land. The people, nothing is safe. The sooner they're... You may laugh, but if One Eye thinks this is important, then it truly is. And it's no like you can trust anybody else here with something like this. Take Sobder. He'd likely just barge into the keep, punch somebody in the face, and call it a friendly spur. Aye, I've got one. I sent some of my men to hunt down bandits. I thought of Ugwi make them into a necklace. But apparently, stringing ears on a wire is beneath his pride as an Ulfrite smith. Think you could help me put it together and deliver it to the Horns of... I know your lot thinks we're savages, but just so you know, it's how else would they know we've been helping? The keepers probably wouldn't notice pure bandits. They barely leave their walls. If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. I could have Ugwi forge an axe, but he doesn't see much difference between the southern. Know that I blame him. I can't either. I just take One Eye's word that it exists. But I don't trust Ugwi not to somehow make it insulting. As for my people, the Voker stripped themselves of any meaning a long time ago. The only thing we have left is the Berserker potion. But that's too precious. What? You want the entire fortress to start quacking now? You know what happens. No. Therov's no an option. Besides, don't the folks of Camelot... You? Of all people? It's no his skill, I doubt. It's his commitment. Though maybe I'm wrong. We're all supposed to be united under One Eye's banner, aren't we? Fine. Why don't you talk to Ugwi? Tell him what needs to be done. You know better than I do what gift the keepers will appreciate most. My berserkers won't let you pass without my Hope you're ready to follow through.
Getting restless.
She wants me to do what now? And here I thought she was the one Volker who hadn't... Yeah, well, I will, when she stops talking out of her arse. Fine, but I don't have the time or the materials right now. Here, take these and when it's done, bring it to me. I'll add the...
Why is everything always such a hassle?
Not too shabby. Almost ashamed to give it away. Just wait here a moment. Ah, now it's ready. A fitting gift for the keepers of the South. And stop eyeing me like that. I gave my word. I'm not about to tarnish my tribe's name with poor craftsmanship. Now, scram.
Nothing ever happens.
Something.
An axe? And you're sure they haven't just declared war on their behalf? It looks solid enough. Good craftsmanship. And what's this? An inscription? Huh. I wasn't aware they even... I'll accept it, but cautiously. It seems like a nice gesture.
I'd rather faith... Shit! Did you already give them... I just caught that idiot bragging about he'd decided to add an inscription. Apparently it says, "Bleed of the Cowardly Dog." Damn it! This is why I can't trust any of them. Well, what's done is done. We'll just have to make sure the quarter... You head to the temple. I need to figure out what to tell One Eye.
Getting restless. use some action.
I wasn't made to wait. I was made to end things.
We need to make a plan. Camelot will soon figure out something's not right.
Don't fret. To the Dolriada, honor matters more than life itself. We gave you our word.
But do you realize that taking this temple was a terrible idea, right? It's just gonna speed up Camelot's intervention.
Taking the temple was inevitable.
Why? What do you mean? Are you trying to provoke Camelot into invading? Or you just not like the All-Mother?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mire.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. What do you want? You don't look like you're from the tribes. How did you even get here?
Whoever he is, I cannot say he lacks courage. We don't usually take visitors, so he must have found a way to get here. Well, that seems to be a matter for the Horns of the South. I do not need to be involved. I trust you to know what should be shared, and what's best kept to yourself.
I don't know what kind of madness brought you here, flashing that pin, but my friend's right. You've got courage. So, tell me. Conspiring? Don't be absurd. That's such a poor word for something so beneficial. I don't see, however, why I need to... And not a very sharp one at that. If you're wondering why the commander of in the South would want to make a deal with the most powerful military force since the Age of Legends. Ha! Good luck with that. Only King Arthur can wield Excalibur. Caradoc. Well, that changes things. I had a feeling that pin you're waving around was his. Fine, yes. Every new captain gets a set of secrets passed down from his predecessor. And yes, one of those secrets is how to touch but nothing in life is free. You know that. Do something for me, and I might consider sharing our greatest. Galahad the Pure is breathing down my neck, and I hate it when even worse, One Eye's men say he's already set up camp at our old strong... Well, in theory, the Horns of the South should be on an equal footing with the Round Table, but that's just theory. In reality, they treat us like we're beneath them. They demand we supply them with food and protect the South, and all we get in return are threats that Galahad will be sent to put us in our place. I met him once, you know. He's no knight. He's a butcher. Bloody windfucker will fly from Camelot to the Horns just to hang half the garrison for whatever he himself will perceive as disobedience or treason. And I can assure you, there won't be any investigating when he arrives. Oh, he's got a lot on his conscience. He leaves a trail of fire and ruins everywhere he goes. He keeps preaching that Galahad doesn't bother with politics because he doesn't have to. But from what I've heard, even Camelot's getting tired of him. You'll see soon enough how fanatical he is. Galahad's the last thing the Horns of the South need right now. Don't tell me it. It's because he somehow got it into his thick skull that evil is everywhere, and the best way to deal with it. So he goes round setting everything on fire. Sure, it's pure after... well, except for the charred corpses. But nobody in Camelot seems to care about those. My arse is purer than this guy, even after I take a huge dump. Galahad needs to die, obviously. We'll just say he had an unfortunate accident, you know, fell on a pitchfork or something. By then, we can continue our talks with the tribes, and by the time anyone from Camelot decides to act... What's wrong with that? It's him or us. If we let him snoop around here any longer, he's going to uncover our plan to protect us. And if that happens, trust me, you'll be going down. I don't see any way out of this that doesn't end in open war between Camelot and... Not to mention, half of my men will probably end up burned at the stake for treason. And I can't openly risk a coup. That would only... So, as you can see, you're the only one who can do this. Well, in theory, the Horns of the South should be... In reality, they've been trying to suppress us. And the fact they're funding most of our operations, like building the new lighthouse, for instance, doesn't exactly... Yes. Just flash that pin to his guards. They'll let you in without... And now, excuse me, I have things to do.
could I? It took place after my death, and I was not summoned back when it happened. Yet I believe they did what had to be done. If the Four-Dweller was a threat, one that could neither be questioned nor studied, then he had to die. You do not understand how dreadful these creatures are. Even with the weirdness weakened, they remain formidable foes.